latest properties of matter. So let's start it. A balloon kept under sunlight shattered. Why? Why a hot coffee or tea in a cup became cold with time? Clothes dry up quickly under sunlight. Honey is thicker than water. Why? Why do water and milk or other liquids boil at different temperature? Why do water and milk take the shape of the container? Have you ever think that when you sit at your chair or bed, their forms compress, but their wooden frame do not? After studying this unit, you will be able to find out the answer of such questions and develop clear concept. First, understand what is the states of matter. There are three states of matter, and that is solids, liquids, and gases. All material object around us belongs to any one of these states. Water is the best example of all the three states. Water is solid when it is in the form of ice. Ice exists in many forms like ice cubes in our freezers, snow, or glaciers and icebergs. The liquid state of water is itself water. Water is found in oceans, rivers, and underground deposit. In our home, it is found in tap. The gaseous state of water is steam. When we boil water, you may witness the steam. The white smoke that you see in this figure 7.1c is in fact a small cloud formed by the water vapors in the air. These three states of matter have different properties. Solid have fixed shape, fixed volume, and high density, and solids are incompressible. Liquid don't have fixed shape, they take the shape of the container. They don't have fixed volume, have high density, and they are incompressible too. Gases are all again don't have fixed shape, they take the shape of the container, they don't have fixed volume, and they have low density and compressible. Acha, what happened when we add or remove certain amount of energy in any state of water? Melting occurs when we add some heat energy and it converts from solid to liquid. Boiling occur sorry Boiling occurs when we add some heat energy to the matter and liquid converts to gas and start in condensing occurs when gas convert to liquid. Means gas become gas cools down and convert to liquid. Freezing occurs when liquid converts to gas. Evaporation occur when liquid converts to gas. But remember, evaporation and melting are different. Evaporation occur at room temperature or temperature below boiling point. Uh, have you ever seen witness you uh, put the water in a container and when you see after 2 or 3 days it the level of water become decreases. This is evaporation. It is water is evaporating at room temperature and become gas. For example, evaporation is a process by which a liquid becomes a gas at temperature below its boiling point. For example, drying of wet clothes. We put the clothes out for drying and it becomes dry after sometimes in a day or few hours. Conversion of matter between three states involve physical changes and not chemical changes. Why liquid and gases take the shape of their container while solid have definite shape? Why do different substances boil and melt at different temperatures? Why can gas be compressed easily while solids and liquid cannot? The answer of these questions and like similar questions can be obtained by considering the arrangement of particles in these states, like how particles or molecules are arranged in solid, how particles and molecules are arranged in liquid, and how they are arranged in gases, and how these particles are able to move. This is explained by kinetic molecular theory of matter. So let's discuss what is kinetic molecular theory of matter. Kinetic molecular theory of matter is that matter is made up of tiny particles called atom or group of atoms called molecules. These molecules are always in continuous and random motion. They are always moving but in random directions, not in a fixed path or fixed direction. According to this model, particles are in continuous motion. Thus, an alternative name for this model is particle model of matter. The evidence of molecular motion is Brownian motion. What is Brownian motion? Brownian was a scientist, so the theory given by him is named as Brownian motion. The evidence of molecular motion first discovered by the botanist Robert Brown in 1827. Brown was the name of scientist, so the theory is Brownian motion. He observed that irregular motion of pollen grains suspended in water and deduces that the water molecules were in constant random motion. When he see the pollen grains from the flowers is in continuous motion when they fall on water, he concluded that the water molecules were in constant and random motion, not in a fixed motion or fixed direction. They are in a random motion but in constant motion. This irregular motion caused by the water molecule is named as Brownian motion, and was named after the scientist. The kinetic molecular theory explains the physical properties of solid, liquid, and gases by considering the position and motion of molecules. Remember, the properties of the liquids and solids and gases depends on the position and motion of molecules. The particles in solid have falling features. Figure 7.2a is showing the how solid particles are arranged. They are very close to each other. They have strong forces of attraction between them. The molecules of solid are closely packed together and occupy minimum space. Hence, they are tightly packed, so they occupy minimum space. The molecules usually arrange in a regular pattern, and this pattern is called lattice. You can see it is arranged in a regular pattern, so it has a definite shape. If the molecules are not arranged in a regular pattern, they are in a random places, it does not have a definite shape. There is a large number of particles per unit volume, that is why solids have the highest densities. In a small part, you can see in a small part of solid there are large number of particles and they are tightly packed, so it has the large density because it has large mass per unit volume. The movement of particles the movement of particles in solid have following features. The forces of attraction between particles are very strong. So they are very tightly packed. It means the forces of attraction between each particle is very strong. So they are holding them together. The particles are not able to change position. They are so close, they are not able to change position. The particles vibrate about fixed positions, thus are not entirely stationary. They are arranged, but they vibrate in their positions. So particles are not totally in a stationary position. This explains why solids have fixed shapes and volumes. Now you may understand why solids have a fixed shape and volume because they have tightly packed particles by the strong forces of attraction. So it has a definite shape. The particles in liquid have following features. You can see now particles in liquid have spaces as compared to solid. Means they have less force of attraction between them. The molecules are slightly further apart compared to that of solid. Okay, the molecules are slightly further apart compared to that of solid. You can see in the figure. Molecules are apart from each other. Molecules have small distances between them, as unlike the solids, solids were intact with each other. The molecule occurs in clusters. They are in clusters. There is slightly less number of particles per unit volume compared to solid. If we take the this area, a square unit area, we can see there is a small number of molecules as compared to solid, so they have less density than solid. This that's why liquids have relative high densities. The movement of particles in liquid have following features. The forces of attraction between particles are strong but less than solids. The particles are free to move about within the liquids. These particles are free to move. Okay. Uh, these part features explain why liquids have fixed volume but take the shape of the container. Liquid have fixed volume because particles are not intact but they are close to each other, not very far away from each other. So it has fixed volume. But as if particles are moving, so they don't have definite volume and they take the shape of the container. They don't have definite shape and they take the shape of the container. The particles in gases have following features. You can see now particles of gases are moving randomly. They are not close to each other or they are not attracted to each other. They are moving here and there. The particles of molecules are very far apart. The molecules are very far apart. The molecules are arranged randomly and are free to move with high speeds. They are arranged randomly and they are free to move because they don't have any force of attraction or negligible force of attraction. They are moving here and there in the container. There are small number of particles per unit volume. If we take the per unit volume, we can see there is very small number of particles. The movement of particles in gases has following feature. The forces of attraction between particles are negligible. For there is no force of attraction between each particles between one and two particles. So there is negligible force of attraction. So they are moving here and there. The particles are able to move freely in random directions at very high speed. Particles. That's why particles are moving here and there. The particles occupy any available space and they can take space any space that is available.